and
Good.
convert this code. But before you start, I'll just explain to you what you are going to mainly encounter in this are the form elements. So this
Hmm.
register user page is mainly created of form elements, which are generally the input type element, and they are specified by different types like text, button, password, checkbox, radio button, etc.
Yeah.
So all these elements have their respective action. Now the only actions which are available with the web element are click, send keys, clear, which mainly works with the input type objects. So these are the different input type objects like text, password, and this is how you will see them. You have the submit button,
Hmm.
then you have the reset button, radio button, checkbox button. So these are all the different types of input elements, and you basically are going to see the same input elements as you are going to work on your register user scenario. So what you have to do is you have to
Okay.
basically record the register user scenario and get a code like this. Okay.
Okay.
So we will be able to finish this and then we will talk more about it. Okay. Like what exactly has been done. So go
Okay.
ahead.
So it's just a user registration, right?
Yeah, user registration, just register the user in Selenium IDE, record that script, then export that script
Yeah.
as C# NUnit, remove the NUnit code, just get hold of the Selenium code and copy paste it on
Yeah.
your program. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, start it, please. Before we run register user, we have to take care of two things.
Yeah.
One is that we should change the email address because this email address user is already registered.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, so that is one thing, and the reason you are getting an error is because of the select element. There is actually a class available, a package available actually.
Okay.
Let me try that package, otherwise I'll tell you how this select element will work.
Yeah.
Because select element is actually um,
List box, right?
a drop down, and
Yeah.
it does not works with web element. So there is a separate class available of select.
Oh, okay.
So it is not recognized as a web element. It's a separate class.
That's a action class, right?
No, it's not an action class. It's so we will see if we are able to work with that. If not, we will just take a bypass right now and do that later.
Okay. So we need to. What is the purpose of installing Selenium support?
I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, it got corrected. Actually, some of the packages like select, uh,
Mm-hmm.
like page factory, like WebDriver wait.
Mm-hmm.
Now even WebDriver wait would work. So I'll show it to you when we come
Okay.
to my system. They are not available in the default Selenium C Sharp library. They are available in the Selenium C Sharp support library. So basically
Mm.
this library. So now this besides the UI, you get lot of other
Okay.
support elements available. So you have got support for like lot of other elements available. Now when you run this program, it will work. So go ahead.
Okay. It gave me this error. Actually, it should not be 5. I don't know.
What is the error?
Yeah, it no such element. So this link test 5, I'm not sure like how this
Oh,
came.
maybe when I was doing some change, this is actually this must be date of birth. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to just say this is actually recognized by ID
Mm-hmm.
and this is DOB dot send keys.
Why this didn't come in ID?
The date of birth field is recognized by ID property. If you have a look at it.
Okay. Now, while recording, why this code
Because
didn't get generated?
recording you select when you selected this date of birth field, it opened this pop-up.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the reason.
Oh, okay. So it's a link test it came. But still, that corresponding code should come, right?
Sometimes the code disappears. That's not an issue. I mean, it happens.
Okay.
Sometimes one or two steps are not recorded effectively. Now go ahead and run it.
Okay. Same thing, ID we can import to Java. Java is not supported, right?
Hmm. What?
Same thing, can we export to Java as well?
Java? Yeah, yeah. Why not?
Okay. Okay, so right here. Why this king?
Imagine I'm not here, then try.
Yeah. Text. Did it pop up? Yes. GP animation pop up. Okay. Yeah, I think it worked.
Worked?
Yeah.
So just have a look at this program. Is there anything which was not clear to you?
Uh, because okay, it's nothing much. The only thing is, if I'm finding difficulty in getting the locator, I can follow this method, right? So this will give me exact the locator for that particular element, right? So because most of the time, what happens in real time, the unique element will not be there. Unique identifier will not be given by the developer. So in that case, will this be a handy info? I'm just asking.
Say
Will
it
this
again.
be able to help? No, most of the time in real time,
Mm-hmm.
the developers may not follow the exact standard,
Mm-hmm.
and they may not give a unique element
Mm-hmm.
for each identifier. So that point we find it hard to get the exact locator for certain element, certain object. So in that case, if I use ID and try to record, uh, in that time also, can I get the exact locator there?
See, if there is more than one locator information,
Hmm.
then we basically use something called as an index value.
Hmm.
So besides what we have available, we basically use the
Yep.
index value. So for example, in here, if you see the radio button has got the same name property, the male radio button and female radio button.
Okay.
Have a look at it.
Yep.
See it from Firebug. But then you will see that it has also got two other attributes, that is value. Value is M and value is F. So you can use some
Hmm.
other attribute to work with it, or you can use the index property.
Yeah, but even ID will give that exact value, right?
ID will give the exact value, as in, sorry, not able to get you.
No, if I select mail, uh, say my real time uh, program is to select male and continue. As you said, the male and female might have the similar um, values. At that point, even ID, once we try to record using ID, even that should also give me the values whatever selected, right? So that also will be helpful. In that way also I can locate. I understand that we can go with indexing, but what I'm saying is even with IDE, we'll be able to see the exact locator, right? We'll be able to navigate to the exact locator. You got what I really meant to say? Sorry.
I said yes.
Okay.
So the next element we are going to talk about is basically a web table. So a web table is defined with a table tag, and a web table will contain two tags called as tr and td. Tr basically represents row and td is a tag within the tr tag which basically represents the cell data or the column. Now, generally, the kind of challenges which we face is we may not know how many rows and columns are available in the web table at the time of execution, that is, at the time of application loading, because many a times tables are used to present data on the web page. Okay. So, iterating and finding dynamically the number of rows and columns available within a web table is one of the operations we perform. So it is generally created like this. Table contains tr tag. A tr tag further contains a td tag. You can have one more tr tag. So it will basically be 2 rows and 3 columns. So this table tag contains 2 rows and 3 columns. Now in our program, in our web application, this main page actually contains a table where the products are displayed. This is a web table. Okay, a table which contains a T-body tag and 3 rows, TR, second, third. A TR contains 3 table cell, 3DD. A table cell can basically contain any item. So it contains 2 anchor tags and a text. So basically table is also known as a container element because it contains other HTML element. So a table tag is also known as a container element as it contains other HTML elements. So here we will see a program where we are going to iterate through this table element. We create a driver object. Then we create a iWeb element object calling as product table where we recognize the object by tag name table as there is no other identifier available. Then we create a read-only collection of web elements calling it as rows and we run it on a product table, not on driver but on product table saying product table dot find elements by dot xpath and we provide the xpath that the xpath could be anything after tbody and tr. Then we have a for each loop, a for each where iWeb element row and rows. We again create a read-only collection of column elements and say row dot find elements by dot xpath td. Note we are using in here find elements as more than one row and column will be returned. Then for each I element call element in calls, we basically print the text associated with each column element. So we first fetch the web table. Then once the web table is fetched, we fetch the rows in it. Then for each row, number of columns in it. Then for each column, the column text associated with it. So this program will basically print the entire web table content which we are able to see on the main page. So these are the content of the table, the name of the product followed by the price, name followed by price for all the products available in here. So I'm sharing this code with you. Have a look at it. Let me know if anything is not clear to you. So I'm sharing it in the chat window. Yes, Ajit.
Yeah, few things. Like what is this read-only collection?
Like we have array hashes.
Mhm.
Similarly, it's a collection available to us which only allows elements to be stored and accessed in it.
Okay.
And
Oh, okay. So it's
we basically are able to tell what type of collection we want it to be, integer, string, or of a particular class object type, etc.
yeah. So Selenium in Java, we have the collections where it is single dimensional
It
and
has got nothing to do with Selenium Java. It has to do with Java only. Sorry, C sharp
okay. So it's
only.
the same.
C sharp.
Oh, so it is not same collections what we have in Java.
Most of them are same. In Java, you might have created an array list. Here it is called read-only collection.
Okay. So
The
so
name
here
is different. The behavior is same.
okay. This is a this what kind of collection it is?
As in,
Like in for the Java we have single dimensional and the two dimensional, right? So
no, in
where we have the
Java we
tree.
don't have single dimensional and two dimensional. It is an array which is one dimensional and two dimensional. In C sharp also when we discussed array, array was one dimensional and two dimensional. I would
Okay,
suggest
but
you stop relating C sharp to Java, unlearn Java. Think that this is the first
mhm,
language you are learning. If you are going to relate everything with C sharp, with Java,
mhm.
then it will become very difficult. Also, we need to find out what is that the find element returns. Why are we using this? See the return value of find elements. See, this is what it returns. It returns a read-only collection. That's why we created that. The
Okay.
find element basically returns a read-only collection.
Mhm. Okay. And okay, so that so it's basically okay, it's a read-only collections. Okay,
It's
and
one
now
dimensional.
but
A single element is being stored and a list of single elements. It's one dimensional. There is no
okay,
second dimension to it.
okay, it's always a single dimension. Okay, and my next question is by XPath, how did we arrive at T body slash TR?
This table contains T-body.
Yep.
What we are trying in here to say that we want to find out an element in this product table that is table, which has got
Mhm.
from the table node. This could be anything. So if tomorrow
Mm.
between table and T-body there is a TH element called as table header which comes, still also we will be able to go through it. What is star? Star means any character. So anything could
Yep.
come between table and T-body. It could also mean nothing is coming. Zero or more occurrence of previous expression.
Mm. Yep.
Then T-body, then TR. This is the X path being formed.
Okay. So it is between table and T-body slash TR.
Yeah, because table contains T-body, T-body contains TR. Now, how many TR elements are there? Three. So, a list of three
Yep.
TR elements will be returned. All three find elements method. All three TR elements will be returned and stored in the list.
Okay. And from that three list, we are using a for each loop, and we are then what is the second one of TD? Can you just explain that as well?
You tell me, read the statement.
Yeah. So basically, the first read-only collection will give three rows of TD. Um, Now we are doing a for each loop to get each row value. Um, yeah, so we are actually so each row. So there's three rows are there. So we are going each row by row, and we are trying to take the X path of TD. So shouldn't we give same way T body slash TR slash TD?
No. Read some. What is there before find elements? It's row. With respect to row, the X path is directly
Okay,
TD.
okay. Okay, which will again will give a three uh,
Column
rows,
elements.
three column elements,
Three entries
and we
in
are just reading that. Yeah, but one more thing you told, like we cannot read directly by text, right? We need to uh, get the value and print that attribute. So here call dot text.
I told you that it is only for the text box because for the text box
Okay,
when we set content in the text box we are actually setting the value property, not the text property.
okay, okay. So, but otherwise, if it is not a text box, we can get the uh, uh, value by uh, reading that dot text. Okay. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Which tool we have to use to get the XPath very easily? What is a real recommended one?
Selenium IDE is one. Then you have something called as a Firepath with Firebug, which can
Hmm.
help you construct the XPath. The rest you have to learn on your own. I taught you XPath syntax and I gave you two, three
Yep.
links to read. So read through them.
Hmm.
And then if for
Yep.
any element you are struggling to create an XPath, let me know. I'll tell you how do you
Yep.
create. I mean, I can give you a walk through it, but it is not difficult.
Okay.
Now see the fire path for this is basically formed such a big fire path because it is going relative to the ID. but I could have created a shorter XPath just saying this. This will also say that it is correct. Okay.
Mhm.
If in here I say password, then password will be recognized. Got it?
Okay.
So the next is a drop down element. A drop down element is basically represented as a select tag, and it is also a container tag which contain lot of option tags inside it. So select option, so value, different value fields are there. So we can select element by visible text, which is the text which is seen here, by value, which is the value field content which is available in here, or we can select by index. So this is 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index. So there is a separate class available to us in Selenium which is called as select element class. It is not recognized by the normal class but recognized by something called as the select element class, which we will be basically using to work with the drop down elements. So we are going to enter the registration page, and in here we are going to create a select element by saying new select element driver dot find element by dot name. Then here we say country dot. You will see a lot of select element methods available. These are not available in the web element. Okay, so the reason we can select either by text or we can select by value or we can select by index. So you can see the selection happening. Let me introduce a wait because the selection happened too fast, so it may not be visible. So you can see India being selected. After some time, Algeria is selected. and then the country at the index 5 will get selected. So there are other options also available. For example, you can fetch the selected text. So for example, I can write in here. So the selected option text are fetched as well. Okay. So similarly, you can deselect the element, you can select all elements, etc., etc. Some of the operations which are available which we can perform with the select element. The thing to understand in here is that select is a separate element available, a separate class available to us than the web element class, and we need to use that when we are working with the drop down elements. Any questions in here?
Yeah, so we don't have to import anything, right? So it's just the class name
We
and the object we
imported this.
create, and we can directly
You have to import selenium.support.ui.
support you. Okay. And for thread.sleeve, we need to use threading as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so normally for selecting the any particular value, we use by text, by value, and by index. So if this is for selecting, and other methods like under select element, there is selected, deselect, all those options. That is just for printing, right? So, but for selection, only these three methods are there. You got my question, Purvi?
You can only select by these three ways, Sajid,
Okay, okay.
because these are the only three types available. You either select by text, like I showed you this drop down list, right?
Yeah, yeah, I
This
got it. I
drop
got
down
it.
list, you can either select by, for example, let's see here. So you can either select by option or by value or by the text split or by the index. So 0, 1, 2, 3,
Right.
4, something like this.
Yeah, fine.
Now we are going to talk about the alerts. So basically a JavaScript alert is a pop-up which comes up, and until unless you handle that pop-up, you will not be able to scroll away from the screen. So there is an iAlert class available to us in C Sharp, Selenium, which basically has got a few methods like accept, dismiss, etc. Accept is similar to pressing the OK button, dismiss is similar to pressing the cancel button. So there is this iAlert interface which is available to us, and these are the methods and its behavior. So So for example, in this program, if we try to fill in the registration form, but we give some wrong value, for example, we gave a wrong password and continue confirm password, or you forgot to enter some value, we will basically get a pop-up stating what all information is missing or what is wrong with this form. And until and unless you press on this OK button, you cannot perform any other action. So this is a JavaScript alert which has to be handled by pressing on the OK button. So we are able to do so by using the ialert.accept method. So in here, we deliberately give the wrong password and confirm password. We give a wrong password and confirm password, and we use our iAlert interface. We use a command called as driver.switch to. Now you can either switch to an alert, to a new window, to a frame, etc. So there is this switch to option available with the driver object. So we say switch to alert. Once we have switched to the alert, we can simply call alert.accept method. So the alert will be, the button OK will be clicked and alert will disappear, and then we go ahead and perform the action where this time we give the right password and confirm password and go ahead and register the user. So let's see the working of this program. Introducing a wait so that we are able to see this, a little more promptly. Yes, Ajit, any question? Do you have any questions, Ajit?
No, no. So, yeah, so this I alert is I stands for interface, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me give you an assignment to be done now. If you want, you can take help of Selenium IDE, but I would suggest try to use Firepath and just the WebDriver to do it. Go ahead and register yourself as a user first. Okay, you can do so manually. Once you have registered yourself as a user, come back to the main page of the site and log in. So from here you will start the steps that you log in. Then you select the different drop down elements, okay, date, etc., and book a flight. Then come here, select an option, then provide the further details and secure purchase. So you have to go ahead and complete this entire process, okay? So there are three windows. If you want, you can take help of Selenium IDE to record, but you will see that you are encountering different types of elements in here. So for example, you are encountering drop down radio buttons, and then you encounter more drop downs. So try to see what type of elements they are. So these are
Okay.
again radio buttons, and they are available to you in a table. Okay,
Mm,
this is a table actually.
okay.
So the URL of this application is this. So quickly first write down the steps. Once you have written down the steps, this you can take it as an assignment because I think it's late for you now.
Yep.
So you need to write down the manual steps, identify the elements and actions, record, not write, script using. So what all we have learned so far, this assignment contains all that. It's a good assignment, try to do it. And
Yeah.
I'll just talk to you about the synchronization concept. So here the WebDriver wait method is also available in that support package. So new WebDriver wait,
Yes.
as I explained you, expected condition, element should exist by linktext.logof. So basically, this is a dynamic wait statement which says that either I will time out in 120 seconds or logof link will appear. So either the logof link appears within 0 to 120 seconds or it is going to time out.
Yep.
So this is a dynamic wait statement which we use. Ideally, we should always avoid static wait, and we can use this dynamic wait. This is also known as explicit wait, local wait, because only for a part of the program you use this. And when you use this, you always should set the implicit wait to 0 and then reset it.
Yeah, so this means this explicit wait for WebDriver wait. It says that either you wait for 120 or within 120 you'll get a log off link, and click on the log off link. It says no, just the log off should come because the operation is whether it exists, right? Okay. Usually, but we normally give to do an operation, right? So I know that this is an operation where you check only an element, that particular log of link is available or not. Sometimes you go and click also, right? So you have to dot click, you have to enter, right?
Generally, we check for element exist or element is. So these are the conditions available.
Element to be clickable. Okay. Yeah, yeah, we have operations. Okay.
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 So that's all we have for today. Tomorrow, when we meet, we are going to talk about the concept of page factory and the concept of databases. Do you know MySQL?
MySQL, yeah, means bit like some operations I know. Yeah.
Yeah, some operations only we have to use. So
Okay.
you can go ahead and you would need MySQL on your system. So need to install MySQL. So I'm sharing this Dropbox link with you. So go ahead and
Okay.
install the MySQL installer. Just copy paste, just go ahead, download this folder and run the installer to install the
Yep.
MySQL software on your system.
Okay.
And then you should be able to work.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow then, Sajat, and we'll talk about these
Yeah.
concepts. Okay, bye.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.